Welcome to Say Like a Champ, episode 272. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Strizzy. Welcome back, Slack fam.
We back in the building once again, another week in sports. And as we get started here, see a few slackers rolling in. We want to say thank you, as always, for being here with us, whether you're watching live or later on. We appreciate your support, your comments, and all that jazz. Go ahead and hit the like button for us and help us boost the algorithm a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got moms, we got pops, and we got Kelly as well, and a few others we see watching. So don't be afraid to drop those comments and be a part of the show. But for now, let's check in real quick. Strizzy, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I've been super busy lately. I've been getting a ton of sponsorships and stuff kind of flooding my emails or whatever. So trying to get back to as many of them as I can. And you know what I mean? Obviously they want me to create videos for whatever products and stuff that they're selling and all that kind of fun stuff. So that's kind of a blessing, in a sense. So that's been really, really cool. But it's also hard to keep up with. I might actually low key need like a management system or something soon. They're really piling in. You know what I'm saying? They're really coming through. So
that's what's up.
That's always good. You know what I'm saying? It's side piece money. So definitely can't complain about that. But yeah, man, it's a lot to put up. It's a lot to kind of deal with and manage. I might have to talk to Marcus about Marcus a little bit to kind of figure out how he does it. You know what I'm saying? I know he's done a lot of things in the past with, what was it the one with the Cardinals, with the Cardinals, things of that nature. So we did a lot of stuff with that. So I figure, I might touch base with him, see how he keeps up with his, with his little gigs and things like that, because I'm gonna need some help going forward for sure. What about you?
What's up? That's what's up. Yeah, same here, man. Getting back into the swing of things. Baby's getting bigger every single day, which is really dope. But I feel like seeing her grow makes time feel like it's going even faster. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on here? But yeah, everything is good. But yeah, man, I feel you. If you have those things going in through a separate Gmail or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Get Marcus and I hooked into there. You know what I'm saying? We can start helping you out with some of those tasks and things like that. Or maybe we just need to set aside some time every week to kind of check in on your calendar and see what is going to be the most beneficial for your time, man, because we're here to support you, dog. We want to see you keep pushing that next limit, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep getting those brand deals. That's dope.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's really dope. Just got one with this Seek protein, which is I've been using it for a while. So I just got the little brand deal with them. Just made the video today, just dropped that or whatever. So that was one. I got another one coming. It's like a workout stack, just I don't know, a bunch of different workout stuff or whatever. That's coming through hopefully within the next week or so, and then another one for a edge trimmer, all kinds of stuff coming through that I'm having to make videos for. So it's been really cool. I could definitely use the extra money for holidays are coming around, things of that nature. But yeah, man, it's been dope. Like you said a long time ago, this is something I'm trying to do for full time, and if I can knock that stuff out full time, that's all I'm trying to do.
That's what's up. Mom said when she retires, she can be your agent. That's what's up.
Tell moms don't play. I might legitimately hold her up to that. You know what I'm saying? I might need me a manager or something soon. So, yeah, I mean, when it's time.
What's up. Yeah, she's going to have some more free time coming soon on the horizon. So, That's what's up. All right, before we get into our regular topics, though, we got to go ahead and round out our panel and introduce our brother, Mad Marcus. Marcus, what's good?
What up? How y'all feeling, man?
Good, brother. How you feeling?
You good, man. I'm a little tired today. I can't even lie, man.
Me too, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm see these bags in my eyes, bro. I'm I was sitting on the bed just now, let me get up real quick so I don't fall asleep before this show starts.
Yeah, for sure, man.
It's always good to hear the good news about Strizzy, man. You work so hard, man. You dedicated, and you've been doing this for a long time, man. So it's just time for you to go to the next level, man. So anything we can do to help you, you don't get there. So,
for sure, man. I appreciate that. For you. Support and everything, man. And it's nice to have my brothers around because it keeps me going. It keeps me motivated. You know what I'm saying? Marcus, real talk, seeing you do those things with, everything that you've been doing over the last year and a half, man, stuff like that motivates me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Y'all don't really understand how much y'all help me in the background, you know what I'm saying? Just in, and in the forefront, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? One way or another, I look up to y'all. So it's what we're trying to do.
Likewise, fam. For sure, man. That's what's up. All right, let's go ahead and get up into this. Oh, Stephanie Washington, let's welcome her to the show real quick. She finally got
a
Absolutely. Hope everything's going well over there in Vegas. Lots of fun stuff on the horizon over there too. So You'll have to let us know. Like for real, Stephanie, I want to know like your experience with F1 last year and if you're going to check it out again this year too, because it's been kind of quiet. But that F1 race down the strip, like that was like such a big thing, and they're doing it again this year. So I'm kind of interested in how that goes.
I think that last November.
Yeah, it's already been a year. Yeah, so it's coming up like next weekend, I think. So.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I keep getting stuff in my inbox though. I think they're kind of struggling to sell tickets this year because like they keep offering like lower and lower package deals. So might have to try to escape out there real quick. That would be super dope. So we'll see. But let's go ahead and launch into our first topic. What's up next?
Oh, let's check it out, man, real quick.
Now tune to NFL Talk.
Let's get it.
All right, NFL Talk. Looking at the scoreboard, there was not too many surprises, but a couple of really good games. I did want to touch on the Bengals and the Ravens game from Thursday night. It feels like a decade ago already, but Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase definitely lighten up the scoreboard. Burrow, I think, had 8 touchdowns between the 2 games against the Ravens, but for 2 losses. So, but that was really dope. What did you guys think at the end of the game, though? The controversy on the 2-point conversion and the potential penalties called. Apparently, the Bengals are putting in an official petition with the NFL to review it.
They can put it in. Ain't nothing gonna happen. you know what I'm saying? Like I always cracked up when these teams put these petitions in. After they go, like what are they gonna do? Are they going end of the year? They're gonna do another 2-point conversion and see if they get it or not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even if you win the petition, what are you gonna get? You know what I'm saying? You're really just wasting your time. You know what I mean? I think they're just upset because they're not as good this year as they've been. They have been struggling. They're far below 500 right now. But I don't really care too much about it. At the end of the day, sometimes you got to put these games away, man. And they were putting it on the Ravens in the beginning, and they let them come back into the game, and Ravens ended up getting the dub, which I'm not mad at all. So I don't know what you think about it, Marcus.
Actually, I didn't see what happened. I just seen the score. I didn't really watch the game, so I can't even help with that. But I know this part of you to a petition. That stuff don't work. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna work. You take your loss, man. You lost, man. So, but I don't know. I didn't get to check it out.
Yeah, I feel you. So it was like. I agree. Like with Strizzy, what you said, they were up 21-7. So you had plenty of chances. Don't be mad at the last play of the game or but they basically tied at the end of regulation, Marcus, with 3 seconds left, and then they went for 2, and it was kind of looked like it could have been pass interference. And also after Joe Burrow let the ball go, he got hit in the head. They could have called roughing the passer. But the thing is, like you said, with the petitions, nothing's going to happen. Okay, they could say they're wrong, but there's no guarantee you would have converted the 2-point conversion after the penalty because you still got to go and do it again. So it's not like you can just be like, yeah, y'all, you're right, y'all won the game and switch the record. That's never going to happen. So it was just a little bit of, I think it is sour grapes. I think sometimes in sports things like that happen. Things don't always go your way, but it's over with. You know what I'm saying? It happened on the field. It's done. Everybody went home. You can't go back and change the outcome of the game. So
great game though. It was a phenomenal game though. Man, I'm sorry. He doesn't have. I love John Harbaugh and things of that nature, but obviously it's not Andy Reid. But Lamar Jackson's the best quarterback to me right now, bro. He's an absolute dog. He's a monster, and he's never had the pieces that other quarterbacks have had. You know what I'm saying? So for him to be able to continue doing what he's doing, bro's 27-1 against the NFC. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. He's just an absolute dog, man. And if he's healthy, the Ravens are always in the game, regardless of they're down 21-7 or up 21-7, and the other team comes back. You got Lamar, you're good to go. He's a beast, man.
Yeah, I agree. His evolution has been dope. From people saying he should be a receiver, what I'm saying, at the beginning of his career and disrespecting him that way. But my last thing for Lamar is I just got to see it in the playoffs, man. We've seen him have regular season success. He might even win a third MVP, but you got to do it at the end of the year, man. And I don't know if it's the Ravens as an organization, they choke up, but I feel every year in the playoffs, they have the advantage. Last year against the Chiefs, they played better than the Chiefs. Mahomes only had 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, and they still lost. So it's I gotta see it at the end of the year for him, or he might be another Dan Marino type. You know what I'm saying?
And I feel for Lamar too, if if you don't like agree with the call, change it, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, seriously though, like, the greatest quarterbacks, Peyton Manning's, Tom Brady's, if they don't like the call, they'll change it. You know what I mean? And like you said, like, they had the better team. They played better than the Chiefs last year. They got to the AFC Championship game, like, and then they just stopped running the ball against a team whose biggest weakness was against the run, and they're the best running team in the league. Like, no, you just change the plays up. Go with what works. You know what I'm saying? Just get to the Super Bowl, because once you play an NFC team, like, it's a wrap for them. So, like, I agree with you, dog. Like he's had success. He just can't get over the Mahomes hump. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it's just like I want to see him get over that Mahomes hump, because after that, it's over. Like, there's nobody else in his way but him.
For sure. But I guess to his credit, a lot of people haven't gotten over that Mahomes hump. Really, it's only been Tom Brady that's taken him out in the playoffs.
True.
So
it's also true.
For sure. And speaking of the Chiefs, Pop said the Chiefs ending was awesome. I just knew they were going to block the kick. Yeah, the Chiefs struggled with the Broncos. That division game, and the Broncos are lining up down by 2 to kick like a 35-yard field goal and basically ice the game at the end of the regulation. Chiefs came through and blocked it. And if the guy that blocked it didn't block it, like 2 other Chiefs would have, because they just crashed through that line somehow.
Yeah,
but the Chiefs – oh, go ahead.
It wasn't awesome. I hate stuff like that, honestly. I know it's good for the other team, but when I seen it, I was watching the game live, and I seen them block that. I hated that. I hate stuff like that. When you have a team, you play hard. You know what I'm saying? You got to that point. You came all the way down to get that position. And for you guys have to be ready for it. Like, it's the last play of the game. Yeah. Like, the O-line, like, you have to, whoever's the line, you have to do something. Like, you got to let the guys know, like, they're going to do this, because they known for even blocking field goals. Right. So, to me, like, you have to be prepared for that. They don't, like, I know sometimes sometimes it happens. You get in there, like, at the beginning of a game, or somebody you're not respected. But, like, that at the end of the game, this is the last play, you have to get a guy got to come around and he just dive and get it. But to get it straight like that in the middle, come on, kicker. Like, you got to do better too, man. I just didn't. I understand the situation, but I don't like how it happened. I hate stuff like that.
I'm with Marcus. They treated that field goal like an extra point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, most of the time, extra points, no one's coming too hard. But when the game's on the line like that, and they're trying to, like, really come at you to block it to win, like, you got to block harder. Like, there's like Adolf said, like, they came through that line like it was nothing. Like, there was multiple dudes that were going to get that block if the first person didn't get to it. And it's funny because, like, we talked about this last week. I was like, they're gonna lose somebody bad. I don't know why, but they're gonna lose somebody bad. I think they beat the Bills this week. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Patrick Mahomes is like 90% when he's the underdog or something like that and wins. So they're probably gonna beat the Bills. And they're gonna lose like the Panthers or some shit. Watch. I don't know why.
It was supposed to be the Broncos that supposed to lose to.
It was.
And answer Pop's question. It's not that. You're supposed to do. I'm talking about the Broncos. I'm not talking about the Chiefs. The Chiefs did what they're supposed to do. Yeah. I'm like A-Dub said, if he didn't block it, it was gonna be somebody else. They just look at the play. I just feel like they wasn't executing that play. Like, you're trying to beat these guys. Division game, come hard, like, just be prepared. So, like I said, if it's like one guy come around and he kind of like just make a like dive to the play, but that play, anybody, like, that's a block. Like, it just don't get blocked every time. So I just didn't like how it was, like, bring some fight to that, man. It was just too easy for them to get that block. Because the Chiefs are too great team.
The undefeated team, like, you got to come harder than that. Like,
especially when you executed for 59 minutes and 50 seconds. Like, you played the whole darn game so hard, and you really dominated them, because even in the second half, they got 2 field goals, So, like, the Broncos did everything they needed to do to win that game, except for hold up for 1 second on that kick. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Like, when we play football, I know it's not. I ain't gonna play NFL, but I know. I wish it was more like when we did it. It was like the O line, D line was on the thing. Yeah. But I know NFL they have a special team, like a special team. So they got in the game. They not really sweating and got all that. They had that momentum going just in there just to do their job, and then that's why it happened. Those guys who were on O line or D line came in there, they was kind of like ready to go get that. You know what I'm saying? But those guys wasn't even like no rhythm, I guess. But you got one thing, like a kicker, you got one thing to do. That's your job to block. And they didn't do it. So that's how it happened. So
I feel you though. I do like the high school model, and even in college, a lot of college teams too, where it's like they have their best line out there, like where they like in high school, like the best players played all the plays. No, it wasn't special teams. You send other people in. It's like this is like so everybody knows to execute. But you're kind of right. Sometimes when they have the special teams units and they don't keep their regular offensive linemen in there, they haven't been lathered up, and they come in there, it just got washed over. Like they
the defensive, those guys probably was in the game, so they was ready to get that block. So
but
it happens. But like I said, Pops was right when he said awesome, but I just hate the how it happened like that. It just was no fight.
Yeah, it's crazy though how we've talked about the Chiefs, man. They keep getting in these close calls, but they find a way to win.
That's why a championship team. That's what happens. They know the little things. It's the small things you do. Like some teams, they've been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? So they know what to do to get that win. And I think they wanted them to get down there. They knew when they went out on the field, we're gonna block this kick. They knew they was. So you know what I'm saying? They was ready for it. So
you're right though. That championship mentality is like every single play counts. It's never over. The Broncos were going out there like, dang, we just upset them. Like we just did it. We got in field goal range. It's like, no, it's not over yet.
Middle of the field, 35-yarder. That's money. You know what I'm saying? Like they were probably feeling themselves right there.
And they showed Andy Reid's face like he wasn't surprised. He was like, okay, it's you supposed to do. It was like, dang, you know. So that's what you need, stuff like that. And like I hated even the Lions Texans game. I hate when you up like that, these guys come back and beat you. I don't like it. You're supposed to put them away, man.
Segue into that game.
Yeah, Texans up 26-7 at halftime, and then got blanked in the second half. Almost held on until that last second field goal that literally like scraped the goalpost. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was so close. I feel like it touched a little flag that was like that was so close, but a great game. But again, kind of Strizzy, like you were saying, like you were kind of feeling the Texans at home. You thought that this was a good spot for an upset for them for the Lions, but the Lions came through. What were your big takeaways from that game?
This is kind of what I was talking about last week when I said the Lions are one of the best teams in the league. Who overcomes 5 interceptions?
Yeah,
bro threw 5 interceptions. Like you I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, and the Texans are a good team. They're not even a bad team. You know what I'm saying? So like, you're playing, maybe like, Lions playing maybe the Panthers or something like that, or like the Raiders or something, right? Like that's a bad team. Like, yeah, it sucks you got 5 interceptions, but as long as you just keep doing your thing, you're probably going to overcome that. Like, you shouldn't be able to overcome 5 interceptions against the Texans, dog. So I'm like, that's wild to me. I can't believe they were able to come back and win that one. And it's like, obviously Jared Goff had a bad game. He's their starter and obvious starter, so they were never at any point in time going to be like, all right, today's just not your day.
Exactly. Yeah.
But like 5 interceptions, dog. And and Texans still lost that game. Like that was crazy, man. So hats off to the Lions for going into another team's den and getting a dub with probably the absolute worst game they will play all year.
All year. That's it.
Yeah, they're
gonna remember this game too. The Lions gonna remember this game. How they count? It's gonna that when you feel like you're going back to that same. Yeah, it's gonna boost it. Like they like I said, I was giving them a hard time. Like they okay, but they look like a team that you're gonna have to. You don't want to play in the playoffs, man. So like I said, at the end of the day, I know we Cowboy fans all like kind of like you like the Ravens and all like that. But to be a football fan and see the Lions getting to that point, I love to see it, man. Like just like they've been bad for so long, and those I guess you gotta have a level of people to see their fans and get a chance to see them doing good, and that's so good to see that stuff, man. So I'm happy for them.
And one of my biggest things too is like I talk about this like all the time, but like man, I love coaching, dog. Like real coaching. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like so to see Dan Campbell doing what he's doing with these guys, and they have progressively gotten better every year. You know what I'm saying? Like I would love to see them in the Super Bowl. I hope they get there this year. Like I'd love to see them in the Ravens in the Super Bowl for me, like me personally. But yeah, man, I just hope they can get there. That's their next step. You know what I'm saying? Getting to the Super Bowl, in my opinion. So they busted their butt to get there.
I agree, and I think it was a great observation, like you said. Like the Lions, like it's really they haven't had like some magical transformation other than putting some people in key places, right? Ben Johnson on the offensive coordinator, he's done great, but Dan Campbell identifying that, and what they needed. He said that when he went there. They were like 3-13 or whatever, like 2-14 or whatever. And he's like, we are gonna play hard, we are gonna be physical, and we are gonna win a lot of football games. It's just gonna take some time. And like seeing somebody like that, like from the beginning till where they're at now, like it's no surprise that a couple years ago they kind of came up, they kind of surprised some people. Then we thought, oh, maybe they're just taking people off guard. Nope, they're showing people how they're really going to play and kind of staying with that model.
Yeah. And I think as a player, when you have a coach who played the game, and he not like a long time ago, like kind of recent, maybe last 15 years ago, like he knows the vibe, the what you need to do and get prepared. So those guys can fight for a coach like that. Like McCarthy, you can't. It's a difference, I think you put Dan Campbell on the Cowboys. I think even though they don't have a lot of pieces, it's a different mindset. It's a different how you fight for a guy like that. He say something to you, you listen. Mike McCarthy tell you something like, man, get out of here, man. I ain't trying to listen to all. It's just a different atmosphere in the locker room. So I think Dan Cable, he's not the greatest coach. I don't think with numbers and all that kind of X and O's, but he has that motivation to kind of get you going. He care about you. He feels you, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna push you, you know what I'm saying? So it's a difference with coach. Like I said, coaches, it plays a big role. People say, oh, he ain't playing, but the coaching, he gets you there, you know what I'm saying? He puts you in your spots, or he the coach can kind of go talk to him, or the players, you just kind of get yourself going. McCarthy ain't doing that. That's why because I feel like the Cowboys, not just McCarthy, it's other coaches too, but it's just a difference between those two guys, man. It just
you will always play harder for a coach that you love and respect, and who loves and respects you, right? Yeah. Like you look at guys like look at like Belichick, you know what I'm saying? Like he's a great coach. So because he's a great coach, his teams do well, but players don't usually like playing for him. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like they're good because he's great. You know what I'm saying? But like with Dan Campbell, like you said, Marcus, like he may not be like the greatest coach in the world, even though he is doing the
analytics.
But he's one of those. He's a player's coach. Yeah, everybody loves him. Everyone loves playing for him. So because of that, they're gonna play a little harder. You know what I'm saying? Instead of 100%, they're going to give you 110.
That's why I won that game. That's why I won the game. I think that was after the coach and the player. That was a coach game. He won that game for them. So getting them guys going. Like I said, the Cowboys, same situation. They ain't winning that game because
they don't got.
No, 5 interceptions. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
I feel it. I love it. Yeah, just having those standards, and and even like Marcus, like you were saying about the Chiefs, like it's those little things where it's like coaches like that aren't going to let the little things slide. And if you are doing those little things wrong, you're gonna get up out of there, and they're gonna find somebody who's gonna do it right. So
look at Kelsey push. He pushed the coach on the Super Bowl, and it wasn't no big thing. It wasn't like, oh my God, calling him back. He was like, okay, that's what he do. That's what Andy Reid said. That's what he do. He was upset. He'll be okay. Yeah. But he didn't, and Andy Reid didn't react to it. He kind of just went ahead and he's doing coaching, and that made things better. Because Kelsey might be like, oh dang, he ain't reacting to me. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure had that talk like I'm don't disrespect like that no more. You know what I'm saying, kind of you emotional, don't touch me like that. But you know what I'm saying. But in the other team, the coach probably on sideline fighting. You know what I'm saying. So the whole game's over with now. But Andy Reid know what he was there for, and like I said, they won Super Bowl, man. So
yeah,
it's good to have a good coach.
Absolutely, it is. And speaking of, we kind of sprinkled in the Cowboys. We don't have to take too much time on them, but it's crazy. The Cowboys Eagles 34-6. It was pretty embarrassing. But the worst part about it is, like, honestly, they played an okay first half. Like, in watching that game, like, and they played kind of hard, and some things were kind of going their way. But then it got out of the hand a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And it did end up with 5 turnovers, 4 lost fumbles, which is crazy. Yeah. And then a pick at the end from Trey Lance. My only thing is with, like, McCarthy, obviously he's done. He's cooked. He knows it. But he's got to figure something out, or at least just, like, if I'm Jerry Jones, like, just play Trey Lance. He's on the last year of his rookie deal. You have him on the squad. Like, you got to figure out what you got in him, if you're going to try to keep him or not. So just let him go out there, you know. When they finally did put him out there, they put him out there for like 2 plays. They got a holding penalty, went to like 3rd and 26 and took him out. Like, what are you scared of? Look at the scoreboard. You're getting your ass beat. You might as well learn something, you know what I'm saying? Make something productive out of this. But it's pretty rough. And, you know, I love my boy Dak. I know he's not going to be a solution, but I was kind of – I hate to say this, but it's a little bit like vindication for him. Like, see, Cooper Rush ain't no answer. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think you're going to just go out there and people are like, oh, he'll be a little bit more steady and he's done good in the past. It's like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Try that, you know? And, you know, and we see what happens. Obviously, Dak, you know, is not coming back this season. Even if he was, and when we had him, he's not the answer. But it's like, I'm tired of people being like, oh, it's Dak's fault. And, you know, come on, man. The whole roster is flawed and the coaching staff is flawed. Everything's bad.
I give Dak a lot of crap. Oh, go ahead, Marcus. Go ahead.
No, you good.
My bad. I was just saying, like, I give Dak a lot of crap, but like I said at the beginning of the year, like they're going to finish third, and they might finish last. Like I was like with Washington, with everything Washington did, and obviously the Eagles, that offensive line, and they picked up, Saquon. I was like, they're probably going to finish first. I was like, Washington has a chance to finish first, but they're still young. I was like, and Cowboys are going to finish third. It had nothing to do with Dak, or if it was just they made no moves. They did nothing.
They didn't get better.
Yeah, they did not get better. They actually kind of got worse. They legit got worse. Not kind of, they got worse. You know what I'm saying? They lost some key players. They didn't add any players, and they paid. They paid some guys big money where they couldn't really get anybody else. So like that's kind of why I was like, I give Dak a lot of crap. But for me, it's usually just Dak. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, it's like it's not that he's not good or anything like that. It's just like I want to see that like some fire under him. I want Dak to like just be a little bit more aggressive, if you will. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because when he does this blank stares, I agree. It don't inspire confidence.
He's on the sideline and bro was looking like this. I'm like, it's over for y'all. Like it's a wrap. But yeah, man. Like I just they did nothing. Like I don't know what you expected. Like everyone got better but y'all.
Yeah.
But Kelly's question right there. That's the main reason why I'm not a Cowboy fan this year, because of that right there. Because it's like you kept this guy. But you had opportunity, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying it. You could have got Stephon Diggs, and you could have got a running back. You could have got Saquon Barkley, who's out there if you wanted to fight for him. Just trying to like do it for us.
Yeah.
Just say you trying to do it for us, but you got rid of a running back, and you didn't even get a running back.
You could have got Brooks at a Texas.
It's
just like,
or even keep Tony Pollard, something.
Yeah, so you got rid of Tony Pollard. You sent him to Tennessee, not to get the guy that you could have. He was there, like, so that's why I know we lower to our team like that, but I can't be lower to a team that's not trying to make themselves better. What are you doing? Like, it's no excuse. You kept Mike McCarthy you lost to the Packers. Like, why are we keeping this guy for? Yeah. So that's the reason why I can't be lower. Like, I know in the past you just how pops grew up, my dad grew up. You guys, no matter what, I ain't doing that no more. I'm not doing it to a team. I gotta see progress. You making me look stupid. Keep on going for a team. That's
you got me out here wearing these jerseys.
Yeah, I understand when you trying to be good. You're not winning, like you ain't winning 20 years. I understand that we trying to get there, but this year is one of the first years like you didn't even try. Yeah. Like, come on, you brought back Zeke.
Yeah,
you should have thrown everything at Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry was over 1,000 rushing yards in 8 games.
That's crazy.
8 games. That's all it took. 8 weeks. He was over 1,000. He's already sitting at like 1,200 rushing yards for the season already. Like,
yeah, and it is a tough pill to swallow. Like Marcus, like you're saying, I get it, because to not even try, but also what makes it even worse to add insult to injury is like after saying we're going all in. Yeah, going all, like what you say that for? Like now you really just talking stupid in our face. Like, come on now.
And like, I really do think Dan Quinn stayed that year when he could have left. I think he stayed thinking he might get the job. Yeah. Like, okay, he don't give him the job now, and you bring this guy back. Like, nah, man, I'm out of here. And look what he's doing, though. He had that trash defense playing great ball. Yeah, you could tell those guys. It's the same guys, but you could tell they don't have that same no more. Like I said, coaching, they would go through a wall for Dan Quinn. That's what it was. Michael Pollard was his guy. He put me in position to do it, but you just let him go. They keep McCarthy. What did McCarthy done since he been there? Yeah, it's bad. So I can't keep supporting something like that. Like I said, soon then Martin McCarthy is gone, then I'm back. But I can't do that, man. I just think, and Jerry Jones, I don't know, man. It just you can go get these old Cowboys back. You can talk to Tony Romo and say this. Just say you talking to him, so we can say, oh, this Jerry Jones trying. You could do stuff like that. Get these guys, some of these guys that you with they were championship players. They could do something. Go get Mike Irvin to be a consultant or something. Do something that get us like some hope. The Cowboys have no hope, none. Right. Yeah, I can't keep supporting that.
And it doesn't help that Dan Quinn is doing well in Washington. Like they didn't have no defense either. They were like 30th, and now they're 14th.
I'll take that and make it work. Yeah.
So we're 30th. Now they're sitting at 14th right now. The 14th best defense in the league. That was like atrocious in the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
The only real thing that they did is based on that relationship, brought Bobby Wagner with him. That's the only thing he brought with him, really. And he's like, okay, we can make the rest work. But I agree with you, Marcus. Like, Dan Quinn, he had that big loss in the Super Bowl. He went over here to the Cowboys D coordinator, and I do think he stayed like, okay, I can build myself back up, and then I can take this over. I'm ready to go, and do this as a high profile. And I think that's why he's even more spiteful when he went to Washington. Yes. He's like, I'm going to show you what I could do.
Yes.
Yeah. So But yeah,
he could have went anywhere. He could have went. He had other coverage spots.
Yeah,
he chose that
last year
division for a reason.
Yeah,
so
yeah, it's crazy. But I do think, like, I hate to say, like, it's the money, it's the business of it. I think that part of the reason he kept Mike McCarthy was the fact that, okay, he's on the last year of his contract. If we fire him now, we're going to have to pay 2 coaches. We'll just let him see. We'll give him one more chance, and then he's on the last year of his contract. That's part of the reason why they didn't even talk negotiations to renew him for longer. Usually, if you have a coach you have faith in, you're not going to let them just play out the last year of their contract. Like, you're going to go ahead and re-sign them and have them multiple. He's a lame duck coach, so it's either Super Bowl or bust. Well, this is a big bust. So I think it is sad. I think they do need to do something. Jerry Jones has a lot of power, and he's made a lot of great decisions in his life. But I think one of the better decisions that he can make is, I need to fall back. You know what I'm saying? I need to let other people make these decisions, because we have guys in the organization, Will Clay, even Stephen Jones. I trust him more than Jerry Jones. Yeah. We have other guys there, but the power struggle is like, it's always going to go up through Jerry. And he's getting older, man. He's seeing things through a different lens. And it's like, man, we're just letting other people come and pass us by when we're still trying to, like, it's like we're hiking. We're like, we had a head start on all these other teams, the Lions, the Commanders, all these other teams we were better than. And now they've come and passed us up, and we're still trying the same things that ain't worked. So it's tough. It's tough. I do want to welcome in Unc.
So Unc
said sorry for being late. Never apologize. It's all good. We're just glad to have you here. He said ESPN is seriously pushing for Coach Prime to be the new coach in Dallas. I don't think that Deion's tactics will work on grown men personally. We'll see, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like that would be kind of a weird fit. But
I'll say in 5 years, I think he'll tone up a little bit and get back to himself. Because like I said, you got to put yourself in a mold for those kids. You have to do that. You can't just be the NFL guy you was. They ain't want you play. These guys don't know who you are. So you got to put yourself in the same way. But now when you get to the point where, but when you get to that point and you can get back to Deion and go to the NFL, those guys can see how great you are. They can fight for you. Yeah, I think he can do it. But right now, I think he's in the mold for his kids, and you know what I'm saying, but I don't think he'll be there, because when Sedora get in the league and doing well, I don't think he could just stay in college. And you know what I'm saying, I think he's gonna move on in some kind of way to get to the league. So I just think he's coaching because his kids really do that.
Yeah, that's how it started. That's just pretty crazy.
Yeah. So I think he'll transfer. Like I said, when from high school to college, he was with him. He's not gonna leave him in the NFL. He gonna be there. Yeah, he gonna go and do that thing. So, but like I said, it's all about the coaching thing, and then Jerry Jones, like I said, he does love attention, but you got too many distractions, man, about the racist thing, about you got another kid around here you did something with. Go take care of that kind of stuff, man. Leave us alone.
For real.
That's what we're going to do, man.
Let the dudes you hire do their job, bro.
But the culture of the Cowboys, it's leaving. Like that American team, we are, but it's really leaving a little bit. People are like, American team, there's no way. And before, we could argue with that. Like I say, like 10 years ago, even though we wasn't doing it, we could still argue. Like people still love us.
Now it's 25 years ago.
Yeah, the thing, and we're not good. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we've been decent, but now we've been trash. So when you are trash and you multiple trash and nothing happened in there, it's gonna lose that flavor, man. So hopefully, some kind of way the Cowboys get that sauce back and they get back to being relevant. But I'm this year. I told you, I knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah, you called.
I agree with Pops. I agree. That's perfect right there. That would be.
I would love it, honestly. And Brian Flores has talked about the fact that he does want to get back to that head coaching level again.
Man, that would be Jerry Jones. You did that. Now we respect you. You doing something right. That would be a perfect fit for us. That would be. Woo.
I do think, like Brian Flores, I feel like he's on the trajectory to be the next Mike Tomlin type. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that. So I think that would be dope. I do want to welcome Grace to the show as well. Grace, thanks for tuning in. Thank you for being with us.
Pop
said we will always be American team, even if we go over 17. It is funny, like Stephen A is very extremist, and I don't always agree with him, but it was funny because they were talking about it, and like Cam Newton and Shannon Sharp, they were questioning, like, why did the Cowboys get so many primetime games? Why are we still talking about them? And Stephen A said, when a nuclear bomb hits and there's nothing left, it's going to be rats, roaches, and Cowboys fans. He said there's nothing you can do to get rid of the Cowboys. And it's true so far, but I get what you're saying, Marcus, that the luster is you know what I'm saying, those layers of foundation, you know what I'm saying, are starting to wear thin. That you gotta.
I'm saying that this new generation of people that's coming, these kids, they don't know the Cowboys back then, so they're like, "What y'all talking about? We don't care about that." And I'm saying the older people who know the Cowboys, they leaving, man. So I'm saying these young people. That's why I say that salt leaving. So
yeah, it's true, and it's weird. It does make me feel old though, and it makes me feel not nervous, but it is different. Like even like in the NBA, like it's the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? These kids coming up now, they're like, oh, Steph Curry, the Warriors. Like the Warriors obviously had this great run right now, but it's like traditionally, like historically, we don't look at them as like one of the top franchises in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But for these kids, they're like, that's the Warriors. They're the best ones we've seen because they only seen this much. So, and I think that's similar with like the Chiefs. You know, right now it's like they're dominating the NFL. You know, people they love Patrick Mahomes and they love to hate him, but still, it's like that's who you see as like the top, the Patriots and the Chiefs. Whereas even those teams traditionally haven't been like the top of the NFL if you look historically. So it is differently. Well, Stephanie said, I'm seeing it too, tried and true, but my blood runs blue. I love it though. I know, Stephanie, I know you're with me, ride or die. So that's what's up. Pop says that will not change in my lifetime. Everyone wants to see us hate us or love us. You talk about us every day.
I get that. Like I said earlier, because we're decent, we are a relevant team, but we playing now, and we keep doing that. You're not going to be like in your lifetime. You will see in your lifetime unless we get back on the ship and start being decent. Like I said, we suck right now. So if we do this next year, we suck again, and then the third year, in your lifetime, you're going to see the American team gone because you just can't keep doing that. But I'm saying if you get back to that mode and start winning again, even though you don't win Super Bowl, but you being 11-5, 12 and like
relevant, win the playoff game.
Yeah,
you know?
that can keep you still in there, get a hope. But being like we are this year, because we ain't gonna play out this year, so not even close. We'll be in last.
At least we won't have to worry about that, and at the come January, we won't have to worry about another like flop. You know what I'm saying? When we're supposed to. So, I do want to welcome Earth to the show. Drake May bringing the pass back to the top. I do got to give a big shout out to the Patriots.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
And now Caleb Williams, I love him, man. He can make throws. He can do a lot, but it's a lot of pressure and spotlight on him. Now he's 0-2 against the second and the third pick of the draft. So he's not coming out of the gates very strong. But, man, Drake May actually, he's pretty dope. I think his only issue is he's got to be able to protect himself because he be running and taking big hits that he needs to, slide and stuff. But I do like what I'm seeing because, Earth, I know you're a longtime Patriots fan, and I know it's been hard for the Patriots fans how they fell off. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I can only imagine how they feel, man. Having Tom back there all them years and doing all that, I can only imagine how they feel right now. It got to be tough, man. Really, really tough for them.
Yeah, but at least this is giving them something to hope for. Yeah.
I'm Pops. You said I'll be back next year too. Then they will. I'll be back.
Hopefully, Brian Flores is back.
I know you're not openly welcome me with open arms, but I'll be back next year.
I'm saving you a seat, Marcus.
Yeah, I know Pop's gonna have me a seat in the nosebleeds up there. I already know behind a pole. It's all good though.
That one spot behind the pole.
Yeah, it's all good though. I understand. I get it.
Oh man, but yeah, I did see that. Like Shizzy was saying, the Bears they did fire their OC. They got to figure some stuff out, but at the same time, like those expectations, I guess maybe were a little bit premature, but they're definitely struggling. And that was a bad one, losing to the Patriots like that. So we'll see.
Pops had one thing that he said he helped you talk about. I don't know. He says 2 big games. I think he was saying. Did you guys?
Oh yeah. So he said 2 big fights. So let's just go ahead and switch to that. But I will just plug Secure the Bag. We'll be back on Thursday for our picks, and make sure you guys are battling with us in the Yahoo for that. But yeah, we'll be back with some more NFL talk.
My bad. I thought he meant football. I didn't know you.
No. It's all good because that's a good segue actually. Since we did some deep dives there. You know what I'm saying? We got to get that Cowboys stuff off of our chest. You know what I'm saying? Or at least me. But Pop said 2 big fights this weekend. So the one big one is we got Mike Tyson and Jake Paul on Netflix. I still don't understand if it's going to be a premium charge or you're just going to get it for free with your Netflix subscription. But that's Friday night. I definitely do want to check that out. What do y'all think? Is it going to be
terrible?
Terrible?
Terrible. I don't know why they even letting this happen. So we know it's going to be a what do you call those fights on this like a charity? Like a charity fight. I think it is. Mike Tyson he hadn't fought a major fight since 2005, and we taking it serious. Come on, man. Come on, man. I have Netflix, and if it is free, I still ain't watching it. The person who's winning all this, and they stupid and see all this. Jake Paul is winning.
He's smart.
Look at the promotion he's doing for this, and he knows it's not even serious. Like he's the one winning this. You let this guy come and bring Mike Tyson out of 20 years of fighting. You gonna make this like it's real? Come on, man. I ain't got and now they made it kind of like funny, like we're gonna try to do something. I understand that, but you try to make this like a serious fight. Get out of here, man. I ain't watching that.
I feel you though, because it is the promotion. Like honestly, I do. You gotta give credit to Jake Paul. You know what I'm saying? Because
man.
And he knew this, man. He'd been planning this for a while. My only thing is I'm surprised they're still being able to build it up this big after it got delayed and pushed back. So I do think though, I think I'm gonna have to check it out, you know what I'm saying? But I do expect Mike Tyson to lose, and I don't know if I really want to see that, you know what I'm saying? Like Pops, you say Mike better knock this fool out if it's a real fight, but that's the thing. I don't think
it's no way it's a real fight
at this point, you know what I'm saying?
It can't be a real fight. And like you said, Jake Paul been playing. Jake Paul, he's been getting these little small basketball players. He's been knocking these people out and all that, and he finally fought a real fight and got a taste of some real. And he's like, I can't do this. So what he gonna do now? I'm gonna go back to go get this easy money again,
right? And he's win-win.
Yeah.
If you fight Mike Tyson,
good. Like he's like okay, he's all right. You know what I'm saying? He's still got.
I'm saying if you serious about being a boxer, go fight the real boxer like you did before. You got a lawsuit. Go fight him again. See what. But he don't want none of that. He thought he thought he he thought he was a real fighter until he got beat up. And he's like, nah, I'm gonna go back to playing around again and making all his money again.
Right.
That's all it is. Like his brother did with Mayweather and all that kind of stuff. That stuff ain't real, man. That's all about making money. And make your money though.
Hey, for sure. But I feel you because there's a lot of boxers that are on the real grind, the slow coming up grind. You know what I'm saying? Boxing and training in their off time while they're working a 9 to 5, trying to climb that ladder. You don't really want that. You know what I'm saying? That takes years of actually endurance and patience.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Stephanie, I saw a picture of Tyson all ripped. It's like I can't believe any of these. Like I don't know if it's AI or what, but I mean, like we'll see.
Definitely AI, definitely AI
for sure.
The crazy thing about it is Mike Tyson was put so much fear in people, and for Jake Paul to really do this and don't be afraid of doing all this and calling him out, it's so crazy. I wish he could have fought the. He probably wouldn't fought the real Mike Tyson. Like he
would have never.
Oh, right.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying though, and I think that's the thing. That's why it's still that name still rings bells because when Mike Tyson was on the come up, you know what I'm saying? When he was that animal, like he was must see. You wouldn't miss it, you know what I'm saying? And you were there when the fight started because if you went to get popcorn, you know what I'm saying? You went to get your snacks, you was gonna miss it. You know what I'm saying? So, but no, I do think it's kind of like. It's kind of a circus show, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of an act. But I still feel like knowing all that, I still feel like I'm gonna watch it, man. I think they got me. So,
but I'm being funny when I say this, but people like you, A-Dub, is the reason why I get away with this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I can't.
Like,
I know
we gotta have more people who real like we ain't watching that and don't make no money. And okay, we gotta quit doing this kind of stuff. But people like A-Dub want to see this entertainment and stuff. They gonna keep doing this stuff too.
I know when I'm walking in, you know what I'm saying? That's my ignorance, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I consider myself relatively smart, but other times I'm like, I already know I'm getting tricked walking into this, and here I go still walking in. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be there, you know what I'm saying? I'll be there tuning in, you know what I'm saying? Turning on my little Netflix. Da-dun. I'll be there. Yeah. So what about you, Strizzy? You gonna watch it or what?
I don't know. I might tune in a little bit to it, but I'm looking way more forward to the UFC fights. You know what I'm saying? That the whole card for the UFC weekend this week is actually a really, really good one. So I'm looking forward to that way more than I am the boxing fight.
And they're smart. That's why they put the Jake Paul on Friday because they knew they didn't want to compete with real competition. But I think that's the other fights that Pops was referring to. So who's the main card for this Saturday's UFC?
It's John Jones versus Miocic. So
dang.
Yeah, so it's a heheavyweight fight, and then it's
John Jones still fighting?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was this time. He's the comeback again.
Yeah, he moved up to heavyweight. So he fought Gain in his first fight, destroyed him in like seconds, and now he's fighting I think the champ.
So you think it'll be a good fight?
I think it should be. Okay. I think John Jones is still going to win, but it should be a good one. But then there's another fight too that I'm drawing a blank, but I think that's a co-main. It's also going to be really, really phenomenal too. So just two co-main events that are going to be really, really good this weekend. I'm not going to pay for it, you know what I'm saying, but I will be watching.
Some links somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, got the links.
We can't reveal all the tricks, but I feel like for John Jones too. Like, dang, I didn't realize it was this week, and I don't know how I blinked on that, but I feel like he's another one where it's like we only get to see so many glimpses of that. And honestly, like John Jones, when he fights, he wins unless he's, messing up. Like his biggest competition has been himself, honestly, his whole career. Okay. I think that would be dope. Dang, yeah, me and Chish, that should be cool because those are two sluggers. So we'll see. But I hope John Jones handles business in that one for sure.
Most definitely. Possibly. I think Jones is going to destroy him too. I think you're right on that one. I think he's going to get him. I think he'll get him pretty easily too.
All right, Pops, I got the credit card number, so you know what I'm saying? I'm going to dial these things up for you for sure. Make sure you're tuned in. Oh, man, but dang. So that is 2 good fights this weekend, though. Well, at least 1 good fight and 1 interesting spectacle type thing, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see. All right, so that's the fight game. What else we got? NBA?
Yeah, basketball. Yeah, you got to do NBA. We got to get to Clay, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I've been thinking about this. Like this is gonna be a very emotional game for not just for the game, but him coming back. Like I said,
right?
We haven't seen a player like that who didn't want to leave. Pretty much, and all the hard work, the championship he brought to that team to let them go like that. I know it's gonna be emotional going back there and trying to be strong and how you injured. You've gone for almost 2 years and you came back and got a chip, and they let you go like that. So I think all the emotions of him getting hurt and the championship and the great team. I know Steph Curry gonna be very emotional. I know Draymond is the mean guy, but I know he's gonna feel it too. So I'm looking to see. Hopefully they get those shots of Curry and Draymond and Clay, and Steve Curry too, to see how they really emotional. Maybe they won't show because they might be a little too emotional. But I think this feeling it right now, like it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a very emotional game for him to come back and the way it happened. I think he's gonna have so much love too, and it's crazy how the organization is trying to make up for it, doing all this extra stuff for him. Because normally when you come back, I give you a video, but they doing hats for him, they doing stuff on the bus for him. When he get there, when he get in the locker room, they got things for him. They know they didn't do him right. So I want to see, how he reacts. I don't think he's gonna have a good game either, because it's gonna be very draining and emotional. Because I bet you he sleep last night. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be kind of heavy, man.
It sucks. I agree with you, Marcus. For some reason, I don't think he's gonna have a very good game either. But I hope he goes off. I hope I'm wrong. I said, I don't think they really did him right. And it's crazy to even think too that we're still seeing a lot of people talking about Clay being gone and look how good the Warriors are doing right now. I'm like, y'all have only played one team. You've only played the Celtics. They've had the easiest schedule of any team in the NBA to start the season so far. So I'm like, let's not get ahead of ourselves a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But I don't like the whole look at Clay being gone, look how good we are now. I'm like, no, Clay is very responsible for the ring that y'all got, you know what I'm saying? So let's not get crazy, you know what I'm saying? So
people forget pretty quickly, but I agree with it is going to be emotional, and I think Marcus, you hit it. They're doing more too. They're doing a little bit extra, knowing that they did him a little bit dirty because that is where he grew up. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't want to have to leave. And probably in his mind, I know they don't play the same position, but he's like, Draymond's still there. Yeah. I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? This shit don't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't think about that. That's true though. That's very true.
I didn't do nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? I played the right way. I handled myself the right way. I went through these injuries. I battled myself back. You know what I'm saying? Him too,
No, go. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say him too, though. Even with him, seeing him on his little boat and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Out in the bay. I hope he takes another boat ride. That would be dope. But it is got to be so hard for him. Dang, this is my city. You know what I'm saying?
I grew up there. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Draymond was going somewhere and he went in a dark room with his phone and he seen something he wasn't supposed to see. He recorded it and said, "Hey, I better not ever be a Warrior. I'm gonna show this video." It has to be
full of evidence.
This dude punched a teammate. He choking people. He getting all these, and he's still there. He has had something on somebody.
He choking dudes out. He kicking dudes in the legs. And then what's crazy is he has been really bad this year, dog.
Man.
I know Chuck likes to make fun of the triple single, but he has not been very good this year at all. He's really
this year. He been in the last 5 years.
You're right.
And us three know him on another team. And in that system, he's not who he is.
No,
so he did all that on a perfect team, and I don't understand it. But like I said, I think Clay, he's a fiery, even though he's quiet, he's a fiery guy, and you know how bad he want to like come and do well.
Show out. Yeah.
But I think that's gonna affect him from not doing well because he's gonna want to do it so bad and all those
overdo
emotions. Like he said, I hope we're wrong. I hope he does have a good game. At least he had 18, 20 points. I think that'd be a good game, but I just don't see him. Yeah, I don't see him probably doing because just gonna put him some spots to try to get him those points. Mm-hmm. I just feel like he's gonna be so heavy, man. It's gonna be hard to get those off, man.
Right. Yeah. I think this might end up being a Luka game though, because he's gonna be like, okay, all y'all watching that. Let me remind y'all who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So still gonna have he won't have a good game either. I think he's gonna be emotional too. Because I know deep down inside he hurt. My brother gone, man. That's my brother. We came in together. We did this together.
Like they were the Splash Bros. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't have one without the other at the beginning.
Yeah, that's hurt to look across my guy. I know it's gonna be a tough game, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Other NBA news: the Cavs off to a hot start, 12-0.
Crazy.
We didn't think it was gonna work with Donovan Mitchell and Homeboy together, but the new coaching system, man, they got them doing their thing. I still don't know if they're really for real, but
I know that's what I'm saying. You think it's gonna fall off though? Maybe it's gonna fall off.
It's got to a certain point. But my thing is this: like, I love seeing Garland being better again because, I hated when he did so well. Then they added Mitchell. Then he fell off. They added Mitchell. Then he fell off so hard. It was like, there's no way. This dude looks so promising. He's so young. So I love seeing how well he's doing right now. Like he's been hooping. Like he's been balling. So. I'm happy.
I don't think Sexton could have stayed there and all three of them could have played together. You don't think they could have worked? No.
Who? I don't think so.
Sexton.
Oh, Colin Sexton? Probably not. Not.
Because to me, all three of them,
even though I like him,
they good. They all got their own ability, but like I said, they're all small though. So that's probably why.
Yeah.
If Sexton was a little bit bigger and they had it for primarily defense, you know what I'm saying, or something like that, I think they'd been fine. But yeah, he's a little too small for that, I think.
Yeah. One thing I forgot to mention, though, on the Warriors game is the NBA scheduling team did a great job with this being the first night of the NBA Cup. I know the NBA Cup is hit or miss with a lot of people, but I feel like especially with the youngsters, in the ADD generation, it gets people a little bit interested in the first half of the year. So I think that they did a good job making that the first opening,
Was it this early last year, the Cup?
Yeah, it started basically November and went till.
Oh, okay. I feel like it was December-ish. I thought it was.
Well, December is when the tournament will end. I think it's December 17th. It'll be
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
So, which actually that's another thing. They're offering 10% off on the tickets for that Eastern Conference Final and the Western Conference Final and the championship game already. So, I'm wondering if Vegas is taking a little bit of an impact. I was thinking about this earlier too, with the fact that sports betting is legal in so many states now, and people can do it from their phones. I feel like Vegas is trying to, up the ante on their entertainment side because it's not quite the same. We used to have if you wanted to gamble, you know what I'm saying, you have to go out there, you boys weekend, all that stuff. Now everybody got it in their pocket, so it's not really the same. Even me, I love Vegas, you know what I'm saying, but I haven't been in a while, not like that. So but I know they're getting the baseball team, though. They're going to get an NBA team, I'm sure, within the next 3-4 years, I think. So they still got a lot to offer, but it's man, they gotta up the ante, I think, a little bit to get people back over there.
They gotta wait till LeBron retires and he come over and it all happens. So.
He's gonna bring the Kings there, I think. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what's gonna happen.
You think Supersonics? No, they don't. They should stay in Seattle.
Yeah, I think they're gonna expand. Yeah, I think that they'll put him back there because the fan base is ready. Mm-hmm. Stephanie says, I think so too. See, so we got the inside scoop on that. I think they definitely got to kind of draw people back. So we'll see. But Vegas is still cool though, for sure. All right, I think we did pretty good on that. NBA talk, like I said, still early, but I wanted to talk about the Cavs. What else you got, Marcus?
We gotta talk about your hat, man.
Oh yeah, how can we
can't let you escape, man. We gotta see what I want to know your feelings about that.
Well, this is what I was telling you last week. Is I was more worried about Ole Miss than even Tennessee. And the reason why is Ole Miss has been using us as their Super Bowl, their blueprint. Lane Kiffin has been saying all year since we whooped their ass last year, like, this is the standard. This is who we have to beat in order to kind of get to that next level. So I don't know, though. Like, I feel like they were ready for us. You know, we kind of struggle on the road. I feel like the rain, even though that's like, you know, I don't want to make excuses because both teams deal with the rain. I feel like it like dampened our power somehow. But I have not seen in a long time Georgia get beat so badly on the offensive line and the defensive line. Like, the line of scrimmage, they could not control.
Kelly.
Marcus, we're trying to forget.
I didn't do it. I just really want to know. I didn't really watch the whole game, so I wanted to know what happened. I was shocked when I seen the day it won. So
yeah, so I mean, we definitely had chances to get back in that game, and that's what kind of leave me so puzzled. I mean, we ended up with a lot of turnovers. I think we had like 5 turnovers, which is like you can't obviously do that. And we had turnovers on our last 3 possessions, so we were down. We were down by 12 points, but we turned the ball over 3 times in a row. We kept getting it back. The defense kept holding them to a field goal, getting the ball back and doing nothing. So, you know, I just feel like they were totally ready for us, but also like something happened with the intensity there. Like, I feel like I've never, like, even in the Alabama game, you know, we got knocked on our ass, but we were like, okay, we're gonna keep fighting, we're gonna keep playing hard. We can still do this. I was watching the game, you know, I'm talking to Pops, and I'm like, man, they're woofing, they're like chirping in our own lines like face, and we're like not doing nothing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're like kind of like you know, like, I don't know how to say it, like kind of bitching up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm like, yo, where we at? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're like,
so do you think that? So you think if you had like your quarterback could have like get you guys going, you needed somebody like that? Because I don't know anybody on the offense other than your quarterback because he made some more plays maybe to get you guys going. I
think so. Like, honestly, like, they came out, all the throws were like at the line of scrimmage. Like, it's 3rd and 7, it's 3rd and 6, and we're throwing like a wide receiver screen. So I'm like, I didn't really get it. I think the play calling is off a little bit, but I thought more so like maybe they're calling these plays because they're not confident in the quarterback. But then when I was starting to look closer, I think they were not confident in the offensive line. I feel like they were there to protect, you know, and with it being rainy and wet, they were like, yo, we can't really like throw downfield. But I feel like, okay, well, if we're going to lose anyways, why not try? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would rather try, you know? Yeah. And like, you know, kind of like, I know our quarterback isn't the most mobile, but like, get him off the spot, like roll him out a little bit, give him a little bit extra time to get our guys downfield and throw the ball downfield. So I do think it was very weird, but I think like I've never seen us play scared or play calling conservative to where it's like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? I feel like we knew we were stepping on the landmine and we were just like scared to do it, where I'm like, you just got to go in there and, you know what I'm saying? Just man up and do something, you know, win, lose or draw, at least fight. But we didn't really have that fight. It was weird to watch.
Yeah.
So do you think going to next week, another hard game, you think if you guys win that game, you guys get put back into the playoff, or you think you'll still be out?
Yeah, no, I think if we win next week, I think we'll still make it to the top 12, just based off of the Texas win, obviously. And Texas, they did so good, it kind of helps us in weird reverse. They beat Florida down, but it's like that's good. If Texas keeps running their schedule, it's going to make our victory over Texas be a little bit heavier. So I think so. I think we come out home, Tennessee. We know them. We got it. We got to fight and win this game. If we put on a dominant performance in that game, then the rest of the schedule is pretty much over with. And then after that, I feel like we sneak in. And the cool thing about it is we'll get a home game in the playoff. Like the first round of the playoffs will be like a home game against like a Penn State or something like that. Okay. I feel like that's kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? Like that might get us kind of going again, but it's going to be tough. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be tough. I see we're having trouble. It says we're having trouble on the YouTube side. Do you guys see that message?
Yeah, I've never seen that before. It's their fault too. So,
oh, okay.
But we almost done. I just wanted to get you guys' point of view on that, because I never would text you guys after the loss. Cause you know what I'm saying, I don't think that's cool. So I said I'll wait till Tuesday to get your point of view. So.
Yeah, for sure. No, I appreciate you asking about that. That's why I wore the hat too. I was like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Win, lose or draw, you know where we're at. Oh, Mom said, did we lose you? Dang, you might just have to watch the end on Facebook, but
yeah, so
we'll see.
We'll wrap it up though. That's all I had though.
Yeah, no, I feel you, and I I guess we can't talk bad about Georgia. It interrupts the stream. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Pop says ESPN was saying a 3-loss SEC team could get into the playoff. I think so, but I feel like even if we won't have 3 losses. If we beat Tennessee down, we'll be all right. So I think we still have a chance, but I do think that our season kind of is decided this weekend. Because if we lose that Tennessee game or we look bad in that game, and that shows you who we are this year, you know.
Yeah. He's so crazy to think about, though. Even just like everybody you've had to play, you know what I'm saying? Like, and other teams having to play too. Like, it's crazy.
Number one schedule. Yeah, number one, the toughest schedule in all of college football out of 125 teams. So that's got to count for something. But we'll see. But I still believe in Kirby Smart. You know what I'm saying? He's just so cool, man. I love him for sure. So we'll see.
Really quick wrap too, man. I gotta give a quick shout out to my Panthers because I talk way too much crap about Daniel Jones. So like, shout out to my boys for getting the job done. So I talk way too much crap about DJ for them to go and lose to the Giants. So for y'all, welcome. True. Man. but no, man. Shout out to my boys. You know what I'm saying? Been a while since we got 2 in a row. So finally,
yeah, for sure. I love it, man. I picked the Panthers. I was like, I think that they're gonna come through this weekend. So they're on a little bit of a roll for sure. So I love to see it. I love to see it for sure. Well, all right. We'll be back on Thursday for Secure the Bag, and we'll be back next week, episode 273. And hopefully YouTube will figure it out if you guys are seeing this or not. But we love you. We appreciate you. And that was Say Like a Champ. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Strizzy.
Your boy Marcus. Taco Tuesday.
Peace.